Good afternoon from the Second Age of Reason. We're here in America to discuss the Scottish vote for independence. Independence from the United Kingdom, sometimes known as England, and so, or Britain or whatever. So, I am not fully aware of all the issues because I don't live there. I'm an American citizen, but I have been watching the news. So I'm going to give you some of what an American has seen and has come to conclusions for. All right. So the Scottish issues are, you see them, and there's a lot of fear-mongering from the British people, or from like David Cameron. Oh, it's going to be like a divorce. There's going to be, separation issues. And yes, there will be separation issues. But is it a big thing about fear, or is it a thing about planning? So, the only question is, will the Queen demand alimony? Secondly, who is going to be in control? If you vote to stay in the United Kingdom, you're voting for London, or some people say Westminster. And if you vote for Scotland, I think you might be voting for Edinburgh, or whatever you decide for your capital. But also, there's the issue of the European Union, which puts Brussels in control. London is part of the European Union, so London reports to Brussels. Do you want to be part of that? Some people say Brussels is a faraway place and they don't really have your interests at heart. They have your money at heart. They have your oil at heart. They have your manpower at heart. Currency and banking. You may not be able to keep the British pound. You may want to go to the euro. You may want to go to the dollar. You may want to make your own currency. That's up to you. But if you control it, then you are in charge. You make your banks separate from the City of London, separate from Wall Street, separate from the ECB, the euro. Then you can be really independent. You might consider the BRICS. They've gotten that idea too, because they're tired of having the existing banking system telling them how to run their countries, telling them what to do. And they know that if they make their own bank, they do not have to do what everybody else tells them to. Next is dependence and independence. Some people say you need to be independent. That means that you're able to take care of yourself. It means assuming you have energy, assuming you have agriculture, assuming you have manufacturing, assuming you have services and medicine and all that. Can you support your culture, your nation that way? Then you can be independent. And the same thing they have here in America with the left-right paradigm, where the left wants you to be dependent on the government, and the right wants you to be dependent on corporations. In the end, they still want you to be dependent. And it's really getting harder to be independent. Some places are even making laws against you raising your own food and getting energy independent for your house, or getting water independent. So you have to watch out for those forces that are trying to keep the people, individuals, dependent. The other aspect is the wars. And I don't know if you have conscription or a draft, but, England likes to partner up with America and get into lots of wars. And that draws on your people, draws on your money as well. And do you have an interest in those wars? Do they benefit Scotland in any direct way? Do they seem justified? And if you don't want to be a part of that, it probably is a good thing to separate and have your people defend your land. finally, there's the aspect of the one world government. And I see the powers that want to keep you in the United Kingdom as being part of the one world government, because they all work through the governments, which are controlled by the banks via the City of London and Wall Street, and of course the Euro, the ECB, or whatever it is, IMF, that they will control everything by means of money. You'll still have the semblance of a border and a nation. You'll still have your language. You'll still have your culture and some lore. But in the end, the one world government will control you through banking. Again, I emphasize, the BRICS are there designing something to be free and independent of that, to be free of the one world government control system. So, I leave that with you. I don't understand all the aspects of the Scottish independence movement, but if you think you know a little more, if you're from Scotland, feel free to comment below, and let's carry on a discussion if it seems appropriate. So until later, we'll be seeing you.